The BMD Podcast, anytime you want. Now, some of your theory in your bio, doing some research on you, you've had your hand in helping with this term BRCA. Hopefully I'm saying it right. BRCA1, BRCA2. I don't know anything about that. Can you give us a short form Reader's Digest version on what you're working on? What is it and how does it help?
Right. So the BRCA genes, BRCA, so that stands for breast cancer genes. Some of the biggest first genes that were found that were known to predispose women and men to breast cancer. They are genes that are involved in repairing DNA. So they make a protein that repairs DNA. So if you don't have a functioning copy of that gene, your DNA never gets repaired, and every single one of our cells makes thousands of mistakes in its DNA every single day. Eventually, you'll get a mistake in a gene that then can lead to cancer. So that's why these women and men with these mutations have an increased risk of cancer. The research that I do has been focused on men with these genes because the vast majority of the work in the past is done with women. And that's what this, my mentor, Stephen Narod, has done. And he was one of the guys that found these genes in the first place. So it became pretty apparent about 10 years ago that men with these genes had an increased risk of getting prostate cancer. And in particular, men with a BRCA2 mutation, it was a horrible prognosis. They did very, very poorly. And unlike the guys where they say that, oh, you die with it, you don't die of it. Men with a BRCA2 mutation that got prostate cancer, half were dead within 5 years of the cancer. That's like a real, now that could be artifactual based on the databases that we're using, things like that. So that's what most of my research has been looking at, those genes as well as there's other genes as well now that we've identified that look like the increased risk, because we have to find out whether, does it make a difference? Do you screen these guys the same way you normally screen them? Or, like women with these genes, should we be doing enhanced screening? Should we be doing MRIs? Should we find new tests? Maybe the PSA blood test and the finger up the bum we do isn't good enough. Maybe there's something else we need to do. So this is, I think over the last 5 years has really exploded around the world because I think everyone realized, oh, wait, it's the guys too. It's not just the women. So that's so one of the programs I have going here on Sunnybrook is called the Male Oncology Research and Education, or MORE program, which is partnered with a genetic counselor I work with named Justin Lorenz. And we follow men with these types of predispositions or men that have a very strong family history where you think that even though they may not have one of these genes that we know of, there must be something going on.
Good answer. I understand a little bit more now.